If you appreciate our content, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. That will really help us to reach more people. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center. We threw in a little Irish jig there since Monday is St. Patrick's Day. I'd like to invite you to stand, and we're going to sing Song in My Soul. 1, 2, here we go. Go. There is a song in my soul, it sings I am whole. Everywhere I go it sings I am whole. There is a song in my soul, it sings I am whole. Everywhere I go it sings I am whole. I am whole, I am whole, I am whole. Soul, it sings I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. There is a song in my soul, it sings I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. I am healed, I am healed, I am healed, I am healed, I am healed. I am healed, I am healed, I am healed. There's a song in my heart, it sings I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. There's a song in my heart, it sings I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. I am loved, 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 I am whole, I am whole, I am healed, I am healed, I am loved, I am joy, I am joy, I am peace, I am peace, I am well, all is well, all is well. All right, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I am Reverend Gordon Keyler, and I am glad to be here with you today. Are you feeling loved? Yes. Are you feeling whole? Yes. Are you feeling healthy? Yes. All right. We'll have more enthusiasm in that by the end of the lesson today. I just want to give a shout out to everybody joining us on Facebook. We are so glad you are here with us today. And please drop something into the chat so we know you're there. And for those of you who have the church app, yes, the lesson notes will be in the app, just the outline, and you can fill in and take notes as you go when it's time for that. If you don't have the app and would like to get it, see myself or one of our staff or even one of our teens. They can all help you get that on your phone. It's free, it's easy, we don't share the information. And by the way, any notes you take are yours confidentially. Nobody sees them but you. So, wow, we have a lot going on today. And I would like to ask, is anybody here for the very first time at Unity Spiritual Center? Either online or in person? Hello, we are glad you are here with us. And we want to say to you, welcome home. And we see you. We see your light. We see your beauty. We see your struggles. We see all the stuff you bring to this place because we are all here for many reasons: to grow, to evolve, to have community, to meet new people, and to learn from one another. So welcome. We are glad you are here with us today. And if you're joining us online for the first time, we are glad you are here with us as well. All right, so the next thing we want to do is pull out your phones, your social media if you use it, and check in with our affirmation. We are affirming all good things. Affirming all good things. And once you do that, you can keep your phone out to take notes or whatever, but please put it on Do Not Disturb. And with that, I would like to turn the platform over to Martine Bachman, who will share some announcements with us.
Good morning. I'm Martine Bachman, and I'm happy to be your platform host today. So we have 2 new classes starting in March. One of them I am personally familiar with. It is Developing a Personal Prayer Practice, a prayer class that I'm facilitating. I've been the prayer chaplain coordinator now for a lot of years. And so I know a little something about prayer, and I want to share it with the people who take this class. It begins on Wednesday, March 26th. It's 4 weeks from 3 to 5 p.m. We'll probably meet in the large classroom, but that's going to be determined by how many people take the class. And there's a sign-up sheet out in the lobby, or you can sign up online. And if you have any questions, please feel free to see me after the service. Our Unity Basics class with Reverend Gordon Keyler continues. We do this every few months, and the next one is Saturday, March 29th from 10 to 4 p.m. And if you have never taken this class, although you are a member, you are welcome to join and learn some very interesting things about the history and background of Unity. And of course, it's also geared toward our new members and people who've been visiting and want to become members. The sign-up is online at uscabq.org. And so next, I would like to introduce Jeff Sedal, who's going to make a very important announcement.
Good morning, Unity. I am so excited today, I can hardly contain myself. Today is our big reveal, not yet. We've given you 4 weeks of clues, 1 clue at a time, and today we have a special video to reveal what the actual event is. It will be on April 25th at 6:30 p.m., and so I want to ask you a couple questions. So the first question is, are you open-minded?
Yes.
Are you fun?
Yes.
Okay, well, we want you to have some fun on April 25th, and so let's take a look at our video. Hopefully. There it goes.
Hello, Unity Spiritual Center. It's so good to be here, in whatever capacity that looks like. My name is Sister Jessica, and I know you've probably been wondering what's been going on with all this secrecy. Why all of the things flying around, the free space, the wimple, the wig, all of it. Well, I'm here with your divine revelation. I'm here to let you know Sister Jessica's Bingo Bonanza and Drag Show Extravaganza is headed to Unity Spiritual Center on April 25th at 6:30 p.m. Now, this is not your grandmother's bingo show, okay? This is a night of wigs and wonder and dauber-induced delirium. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be bingo games. There's going to be drag queens. It is sure to be a night to remember. So, mark it on your calendars. April 25th at 6:30 p.m. at Unity Spiritual Center. Sister Jessica's Bingo Bonanza and Drag Show Extravaganza. Let's pack the house and have a wonderful fundraiser.
Family. Get up, everybody, sing. We are family.
That's right. We're going to have a drag show bingo extravaganza. Tickets go on sale today in the lobby. You can either pay by cash or check. There is a QR code that is live, and you can buy it online also. So we look forward to seeing you on that night. And stay tuned for more details. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Okay, so just want to remind you, if you need more information about our events or classes or donations or anything going on with Unity Spiritual Center in Albuquerque, you can go to our website at uscabq.com or .org, or you can check out our Facebook page, or you can open the weekly online newsletter that is sent out and read it, or you can call the office Tuesday through Thursday from 10 to 4 and talk to a live human being, our administrator, Glenda, who will be happy to assist you. Okay, and now I'm going to introduce our trustee of the day, our board president, Janet Harula.
Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to be here with you all, even though it's chilly this morning. Every week, we recite our mission, vision, and core values, and we start with our mission. We inspire spiritual growth through honoring many paths: education, prayer, sacred service, and abundant living. Our vision: centered in love, we see our harmonious world of divine expression. And our core values: we are Christ-centered, loving, inclusive, joyous, uplifting, open-minded, and fun. And our Unity Credo: we believe all people are created with sacred worth. We serve all people in emotional and spiritual ways. We welcome the diversity of all. God and unity leave no one out. And this is the part of the service where we collect our tithes and our love offerings. You can do that in several different ways: in person here during the Sunday service, the Church Center app, online at www.uscabq.org/give, and also by phone to text at 84321. And the ushers will come forward to collect here in person. Offering blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
All right, and I'm Todd Lauer, the music director, and today we have our Soulshine Band, Brian Griesmeyer, Sharon Eldridge, Jeff Ellis, and Bill Brooks is our soloist today, so we're going to give you a little offertory music right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways for me to receive, and countless blessings, and so I believe. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways for me to receive, and countless blessings, and so I believe. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. Yeah, my good is coming to me. Oh, my good is coming to me. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha.
Thank you, Soulshine Band. And now we will recite our prosperity dedication. In a universe overflowing with the allness of God and desires of Unity Spiritual Center, and those we serve are bountifully met. from every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected. Our abundant good is here now. Thank you, God.
All right, it's time for a congregational song, and we're going to sing an old Irish hymn called Be Thou My Vision, the most famous Irish hymn there is. So I invite you to stand. This is in honor of St. Patrick's Day, of course. We sing it once a year, I think. But well, let's go. Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart. Not all else to me say that thou art. Thou my best God, by day or by night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my light. There's a little interlude. Second verse. Be thou my wisdom and thou my true word. I ever with me and thou with me, Lord. Thou my soul's shelter and thou my high tower. Raise me heavenward, O power of my power. Thank you. You can have a seat.
Good morning. I'm Josie Godfrey, your prayer chaplain today, along with Ellen Kajawaha. We will be available to pray with you individually on either side of the sanctuary following the service. Just look for our white prayer stalls. Okay. Prayer request slips can also be found in the seat pockets in front of you and deposited in the box in the lobby if you need prayer. Now, there's
In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room.
And the word of the day today is affirmation. Once I thought of life as a project to plan. I set goals, created a timeline, and expected results. This worked to a certain extent. Over time, I learned life is as unpredictable as the weather. Change is the hallmark of the relative realm. My initial reaction to change may be fear. When this happens, I apply divine order, wisdom, and understanding so I can confidently adjust to change. I use divine faith and imagination to confidently mold all change, to bless and uplift others and myself. Once I know my new plan and goals, I pick up my spiritual tools of denials and affirmation. Throughout the day, I authoritatively state my denial. I give no power to change and fear. I follow my denial with a powerful affirmation. I am wise, capable, and confident. I embrace change to bless and uplift. I use affirmation to claim my new goal.
So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And as we gently release that breath, let us begin to move inward to that quiet space. That space between the mind and the heart. That sacred space, ever expanding, where God lives, where Spirit moves and breathes within us. Let us take another deep breath in, deep and slow. And as we exhale, let us let go of any tension and any worry and any expectation. And simply be present in the here and now. Let us remember that life is not always a project to plan. Though we set goals to create timelines and dreams and outcomes, we know that life moves like the wind, sometimes gentle and sometimes strong. And change is part of this beautiful unfolding journey. And so when change comes, when uncertainty stirs within us, if fear should rise, we remember ourselves that we are never alone. Today we call upon the divine order, divine wisdom, and understanding, knowing that within us the power and presence of God guides us, leads us slowly, showing us the way we lean into divine flow. As we take another deep breath in, and as we exhale, I give no power to change and fear as I take this into the silent space. Let's do so now. And now I say thank you, God, for this time of silence. As I claim my truth of being, today I'm wise and capable and confident. I embrace the change to bless and uplift. Let us breathe in and let us fill every part of our being as we give thanks to wisdom and presence and go before us to make wise choices. We say thank you for this place of love and light and joy, because it's here in this very room that it starts before it moves out into the world, because there's enough room for all of us, and there's enough love and there's enough joy. And today I affirm that with all of my being, and so it is. Amen.
In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room.
All right, we have Bill Brooks here today. Here's a song by Faith Rivera and David Roth. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gonna turn this trickle into a flow, saying hello to a new life. Gonna let the riches in my life grow. Now it's my time, this is my time to be everything that I dream I can be in my life. And I know that prosperity starts in my mind, here and now, here and now. Now I dive right into a sea of joy, going deeper to my treasure. And I drink in every precious drop. I am richer, so much richer. And I have everything that I truly deserve. And there's more. And I know that prosperity starts in my mind, here and now, here and now. I allow, I enjoy, I receive, I embrace, I commit, I invite, I believe. I open up my arms to this big wide world, saying, come on, bring it all on. Gonna ease on down this yellow brick road full of wonder, so much wonder. I can be everything that I choose to be in my life. And I know that prosperity starts in my mind, here and now, here and now. I allow, I enjoy, I receive, I embrace, I commit, I invite, I believe. Here and now, here and now. I enjoy, here and now. I receive, here and now. I embrace.
Thank you, Bill Brooks. That was great.
He is good. The whole band is good. We are blessed to have them. Yes. Well, today we are going to continue our series that we've been doing on everything good and original blessing and affirmative prayer, especially today focusing on the power of affirmation. And before I begin and get into our service today, I'd like to give a shout out to somebody who really truly taught me the power of affirmations. He's joining us today on Facebook. I was delighted to see him there this morning, Reverend Greg Barrett. So, yeah, some of you know Reverend Greg. Some of you remember when he was the minister here. And he was the one who really kind of lit the fuse on me beginning my spiritual path towards ministry. So good to see you on there, Greg. Hope you're doing well. No, I affirm you're doing well. Oh, wow. Last week was fun, wasn't it? With Armand and Angelina. Yes. They are a couple I've known for many years who truly demonstrate the power of affirmations. They live it. Their entire life is based on affirmations. They share it daily. And it shows up in how they show up and how they bless us and bless all the communities that they visit and serve. So today we're going to explore that idea of affirmations as being not just the words we speak, but as living truths that shape our reality. How many of you ever realized that's what an affirmation is? It's a living truth that shapes our reality. Jesus himself taught us the power of the spoken word. He taught us to use that creative part of our mind to change our lives, to change the world around us. We're going to be looking at his teachings. We're going to be also quoting and looking at some of the ideas contained in one of my all-time favorite books, Illusions by Richard Bach. How many of you have read it? It's a simple book. You could read it in 30 minutes, but it has some profound insights in it. And one of those is the statement that we are limited only by the beliefs we accept as true. Allow that to sink in. You are limited only by the beliefs you accept as true. So we're going to move from merely saying affirmations to actually living them. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus tells us, "Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, 'Go and throw yourself into the sea,' and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them." Now, Jesus was not saying, "Sandia Peak, go throw yourself into the ocean." That's not what he was talking about. A mountain, metaphysically, are those big things in our life that need to move, that need to shift. It's not just poetic language. This is a profound spiritual law. And Jesus reveals that our words, when backed by belief, hold power. Charles Fillmore echoed this when he wrote Teaching. He wrote that words are vehicles of thought charged with energy. We know that the sound that comes out of our mouth as words is a vibration. It is energy, and everything in the universe responds to energy. So if we affirm abundance, but continue to believe in lack, we're negating that energy. We're lowering that frequency. Our words remain empty. It is only when we align our belief with the word that true transformation occurs. So affirmations have to work on several different levels. There's the words we speak, which puts that vibration out, but we also have to allow that to change our belief. In his book, Illusions, Richard Bach wrote, "Argue for your limitations, and sure enough, they're yours." Argue for your limitations, and sure enough, they're yours. That's a powerful reminder of how our beliefs shape our reality. If we continually reinforce our perceived limitations around our ability, around our potential, around our circumstance, around what is happening around the world that is impacting us. We make them true by the sheer power of our conviction. Unity spiritual principles teach us to speak to the law of mind action. So what we have to do for our affirmations to be effective is change our thinking, because thoughts held in mind do what? Oh, you got it. Produce after their kind. And just as we say, I am prosperous, I am healthy, I am whole, if we say, but, I can't do that. I'm too old, I'm not talented, I'm not worthy. I have this genetic condition that my ancestors had. We're reinforcing a self-imposed barrier. And the more we argue for these limitations, the more we entrench them into our identity. And let's be honest, most of us, myself included, have these ideas that we have entrenched into our identity for decades. Some of us more decades than others. But the good news is, if we entrench them, we can dig them out and release them. The opposite is true. When we shift our mindset to one of possibility, to one of faith, to one of empowerment, we open the door for transformation. And instead of arguing for our limitations, we can advocate for our potential. We can choose to affirm our divine nature, our inner strength, our ability to grow beyond our challenges. We begin to shift that by asking a question. And the first question we must ask is, are these beliefs serving my highest good? That's a tough one sometimes, because some of these beliefs we have held on to since childhood. Some of these beliefs are comforting. Some of these beliefs are so entrenched that we believe they are the truth. But when we ask, is it serving my highest good? We begin to see, oh, maybe not. Maybe it's time to let this one go. Bless it for the good it did at some point in life, and then let it go. We have the power to change the narrative. And instead of arguing for our limitations, we can argue, or we can declare our freedom, our creativity, our infinite potential. So let's try something. Take a moment now. Bring to mind an affirmation. Perhaps it's, I am strong. I am at peace. I am healthy. Feel it? Do you fully believe it? Are you living it? Or have doubts crept in, diluting its power? If you're like all of us in this world, I think, if you're here, certainly, we have those times of doubt. We have those times of, gee, I don't know. If you didn't, you probably wouldn't be here today, because you wouldn't need what we teach. I wouldn't need to be speaking it, because I would totally believe it. We are all in that process of growth and unfolding. Affirmations are more than feel-good phrases. They are calls to action. They're calls to action. What action? Well, the first is owning it. Owning that I need to change this belief I have. I need to let that one go. I need to reimagine the narrative. Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, she didn't just say, I am healthy, and then do nothing. She didn't just say, I am a child of God created in the image and likeness of God, and therefore I cannot inherit illness, and then just, I'm healed. She spent a year working on changing entrenched ideas that were generational in her family. And she took action. She embodied it. She established a meditation practice. She changed her diet. Now, she didn't join a gym, because they didn't have gyms in those days unless you were a boxer or something. And frankly, life was hard enough. You got all the exercises you needed just surviving. But over time, her body responded. She moved into that life of health and wholeness. She went from just an affirmation to living it. But she got up off her bed and did it. And that's our fifth unity principle, is action. We have to put feet on our prayers, on our beliefs, and on our affirmations. It's not enough to just say them. We have to begin to live them. The book I told you about, Illusions by Richard Bach, tells the story of a great master in modern times named Donald Shimoda, who's the archetype of a spiritual teacher and way shower, and who had transcended conventional limitations. And he serves as a mentor, Richard Bach, the author, guiding him towards self-discovery, spiritual awakening, and the realization that reality itself is shaped by our perception and our belief. He had several key themes that he taught. The first, the power of belief. He demonstrated that the physical world is an illusion shaped by thought. That's a hard one to accept sometimes, because we live in a world of 7 billion human beings who are all having thoughts and creating reality. But the lesson is, we choose which reality we ourselves are going to live in. We can choose to live in chaos or to live in peace, to live in prosperity or to live in lack, to live in life or to live lifelessly. The hero Donald Shimoda also rejected societal norms and expectations. And he did this to illustrate that we are only bound by the limits of what we accept. He taught that reality is like a movie projection. We have the power to change the script at any time. And I like the last line to that, or tear it up and write a new one. We can reinvent ourselves. We can reinvent our experiences. And he ultimately stepped away from the role as a teacher and way shower because he realized that everyone chooses their own path. I think about how that relates to Jesus. And even when he taught, even when he did his healings, he would ask, do you want to be made whole? He wouldn't force it on people. He would give them the freedom to either step into wholeness, or maybe it wasn't their time yet. I suspect there were some that didn't. They're not recorded, but I suspect there were. And I suspect he said, peace be with you. Learn what you need to learn from your experience. So if we say we are free to live, what are we free to live in? Fear, faith, abundance, lack, health and wholeness, not health and wholeness? And how do we change it? We change it through the power of our affirmations. When we dare to act on our affirmations, when we dare to step out in faith and live what we are affirming, even though it may not be appearing yet, we create miracles. There's a bridge between thought and experience. That's what I am talking about today. The thought is the affirmation. The experience is the living of the affirmation. Eric Butterworth in Spiritual Economics wrote, faith is not a vague hope. It's a positive act. I grew up being taught, well, you just got to have faith. And nobody ever really told me what that was. You know, I thought it was pray harder. Faith is action. Faith is stepping out and living as if whatever it is you are affirming to manifest already exists. And how do we do that? We do it by the words we speak, by the vibration we give out and create. True affirmation requires us to move from mental repetition to embodied faith. When there is a gap, though, between what we affirm and what we live, our words lack creative power. I can stand here and say, I am prosperous, I am prosperous, I am prosperous. Oh, did you see the price of eggs? That's not going to work. I've just negated it. I am being controlled by the price of eggs. Who cares what the price of eggs is? I can either eat them or not. Our thoughts, our words, and our actions and our energy must align with what it is we are affirming. If we affirm love, we must practice love. If we affirm wholeness, we must care for our body. If we affirm divine order, we must trust and step forward even when the path is not clear. That's a big struggle I think our culture right now is having. I spoke with some friends the other day who are usually kind of positive. They're New Thought, they're our tribe, but they're living in fear. Everything they said is, oh my gosh, it's horrible. The world is coming to an end. The world has been coming to an end every single day since it was created. You don't have to get all worried about it. They, like so many of us, are focused on the appearances of what is happening in our world and in our nation. And they want, like all of us, to be a part of making things better. But their whole conversation was doom and gloom. And so the vibration is low. There's no room for creativity there. And I know that's what it looks like out there we are experiencing, but the point is nothing will change as long as we give the doom and gloom our energy, instead of aligning our energy with a higher vibration. That's what Jesus did. That's what the Buddha did. That's what Muhammad did. That's what every great teacher and way shower has done. They have aligned themselves with the higher vibration. When we shift our mindset to one of possibility, faith, and empowerment, we open the door for transformation, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. Instead of arguing for our limitations, we can advocate for our potential. If you remember no other line from today, remember that one. Write it down if you're doing the notes in the app. Instead of arguing for our limitations, we can advocate for our potential. We can choose to affirm our divine nature, our inner strength, our ability to grow beyond challenges. Affirmations, though, as I said, alone will not do it. So how do we begin to take our affirmations and move them out? How do we begin to put action behind them? Well, there's 5 things we can do. The first, choose an affirmation that resonates with your spirit. Choose an affirmation that you feel. It has to be personal. It has to be meaningful. It has to have energy and conviction. That's the second step. Speak it with conviction. We could say, I am successful. Very low energy. I am successful. I am loved and loving. I am healthy and whole. I love Charles Fillmore's. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty effort to do that which ought to be done by me today. And then you run out of breath. There's energy behind it. Speak it with conviction as if it is the truth, because it is the truth. It is the truth that you are realigning your consciousness with. And then take action in alignment with your affirmation. That's number 3. If you affirm peace, practice responding calmly. I love it. I am peaceful. Oh, you bleep, 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 you cut me off. I know, sometimes the emotions come up. But practice responding calmly. If you affirm abundance, give generously. Live it. Feel it. And the next one, release doubt. That's probably the hardest, release doubt. Jesus said, believe without wavering. Doubt weakens the creative power of our words. Believe it. Live it. Put your energy into it. Let your energy be it. And finally, and this is a tough one sometimes, celebrate the small steps. Somebody asked me the other day, what big thing can I do to make the world better? And I said, don't do big things. I can't go out and change the world. Neither can you, I don't think. If you can, we need to talk because I want to know how you do it. But what we can do is the small things. One little change for the good affects everyone around us. And then they do something because they're inspired, and it affects the people around them, and it grows outward. They say that a fire starts with a single spark. We can be the spark. One little thing. Every step toward embodying your affirmation is a victory. Celebrate it. Recognize growth, however small that may be. And don't worry about the big things. The more the little things we do, the more the big things will happen. So in closing, I invite you to choose one affirmation to embody this week. Pick one. Pick one that really you feel, that resonates with you. Speak it. Act on it. Trust it. And if you want to go deeper with this, join us for Soul Share tonight. That's where we really go deep with this stuff. So speak it, act it, trust it. Just as Jesus commanded the storm to be still, just as Myrtle Fillmore affirmed her wholeness, and just as Richard Bach reminds us that we are only limited by our beliefs, let us step forward fully into the power of our actions, and let us feel the truth as we go forth from this place. Namaste.
All right, we have a song by Daniel Nahmad, featuring Bill Brooks, of course. It's called Sitting on a Gold Mine.
So many doubts along the way. Felt like life was just another bill to pay without anything to show. But now I've figured out that every day my fortune's always found within my faith. And all I needed was to let it flow. 'Cause there's no wall around me, only fear has truly bound me. And all I need is trust and I am free. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. My treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. All right. Yeah. Finally, I'm breaking through so many lies. All those people telling me to run and hide from the truth of who I am. But now I'm telling you the future's bright. Tomorrow shines like diamonds in the sky. And all I needed was to understand that whatever I'm believing, well, that's what I'm receiving from the riches that reside inside of me. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Oh, yeah. I'm sitting on a gold mine. All right. My treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Don't you listen, never listen to the voice that says you better play it safe, that says you don't have any choice, 'cause you're as gifted as an angel, as brilliant as the sun. Just say the word and heaven has begun. We're sitting on a gold mine. Oh yeah, we're sitting on a gold mine. All right. Our treasure has been right on a gold mine. Oh, yeah. Do 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 sitting on a gold mine. Mel Brooks. Hey, there's some kids out there. You were walking in the light of God. 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 You were walking, 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 walking in the light of God. You were walking, 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 walking in the light of God.
Ooh, I love that walk in the light of God. Can you guys hear me? All right. Well, I'm glad you can hear me. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Woo! Very cool. Well, we have our youth program up here, and I just wanted to kind of give you a little idea about the age groups that we do. We had some questions about it, and so we have 2 classrooms on Sundays. We have one that houses the elementary kids, and we have a second classroom that houses both the middle school and the high school kids. And we have events that happen for all of them, and so we are also looking at doing the littles, but we don't have the space right now or the help right now. So this is what we got going on, but of course the babies and the littles are always welcome in the sanctuary, so we appreciate them being here. So in our classroom with the elementary kids, they are called the Unikids, and we are in room 1, and we do lots of like art, and more art. We do lots of art. We do lots of playing. We did building with blocks today, and all kinds of stuff. But we always do prayer. We always find the light of God in us, and have our little routine that we do that does change per day.
And Tiffany and I organized this in advance. So we already knew that I was going to talk about my group. So my group is the middle school and high schoolers. We meet together as a combined group. And so if you're in middle school, which is Teddy, say hi. Hey. So if you're in middle school, you're considered a uniteen. And if you're in high school, you're considered a YOUer, which stands for a Youth of Unity. But we're just mixed all together. So they're YOU and Uniteens. And for the YOUers, the event that we go to every year is a rally in Oklahoma called Legacy. And that's just for the high schoolers, or YOUers. And then there is going to be events for just the middle schoolers called Unitreats. And there's one coming up this fall, which Teddy will go to, and our other middle schoolers will go to. And our YOUers will help put that event on for them. And they will help support it and lead it, and they will help basically like rise up our future YOUers by showing them like, hey, cool, look what we got. YOUers are leaders. So, and then, the last event, the event that I just helped host in January, which we had a combined event for both the Uniteens and the YOUers together. And so that way it was all inclusive for all middle school and high schoolers together, and it was really successful, and we plan on doing it every year. So that's all the events.
Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate you. And we also have a big event coming up for all age groups, although it's mainly focused to the elementary and mid schools, is the Peace Camp. And the high schoolers get to participate, but they get to do mentorships, and they get to do some other helping in the different classrooms and stuff like that. So we do have Peace Camp coming up. It is the 2nd week in July. You heard it first here. It is the 7th through the 10th of July, and we will be holding Peace Camp here at Unity, and we will be inviting people in the region to come join us. So there might be people that come from out of state. We're hoping. So this is an awesome opportunity for our Unity Village to rise up and support the younger groups, as I see that you support the older groups often, so thank you so much. But I am asking for us to lift up, as a village, lift up our younger kids in this Peace Camp in the summer, and see if there's any volunteers that would like to come. So, as you might know, we have a YFM meeting on the third Sunday of every month. That's today, guys. So we have a meeting for YFM, for Youth and Family Ministries, at the end of service. So you guys are welcome to come. Room 1, if we roll over, we'll find a space for us, because I know that there's a lot of people, a lot of interest. But if you're interested in volunteering with the kids at all, please join us. If you have any questions at all, please join us. 11:30 in room 1. And what did we do today, guys? Does anybody want to talk about what we did in class today? It was fun, though. So do you guys want to talk at all? No? Okay. We did some art, because we like art, obviously, and some really good conversations about how we bring love to others and peace and joy to ourselves. Would you guys like to talk about what you guys did today? I see pointing. I see a hand.
That's my mom. Today we talked about the eye of the storm. Now, practically everyone in this room has had a moment where they are in a storm, where it's either real or it's like they are going through emotional confusion and troubles with people and they just don't know what to do. And today we talked about what happens when we've been in a storm and when we've been having to have help from other people. And we've talked about also like what we do when it's over, and about times when we're the eye of the storm. We help guide everyone and create a pattern and help organize all the confusion. And yeah, we just talked about how that affects us and how we can help ourselves.
Does anybody else want to talk? Do we volunteer people here? All right. Well, we always have a lot of fun with our groups. And thank you so much for everything that you do, Barbara. Thank you. Thank you. All of you kids that come, all of our youth, we give you thanks for letting us be here and for supporting us always. Thank you. And would you join us in blessing these beautiful youth in our church? Thank you, everybody.
All right. And now let's stand and we'll do our prayer for protection and our peace song. You guys ready? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is and all is. Woo-wee.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace This is the day to walk in the light. This is the day to walk in the light. This is a day to walk in the light, walking in the light of God. Wherever you go, walk in the light. Wherever you go, walk in the light. Wherever you go, walk in the light, walking in the light of, walking in the light of, walking in the light of God.